Hi everyone, this is Kayla, and I am doing this video because I've been receiving messages that are directed towards the 144,000 in regards to the Twin Flame partnership. So over the past few days, I've been writing down some things that I've been given awareness about, and it's been a little bit difficult to look at, but as with all things like that, it's a little bit hard at first, but then I come to the realization that it really is a gift that I'm able to see, and that I'm given the ability to change the way that I view certain things, and for that I'm really truly grateful. So let's begin. I have my cards out as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull any yet or not, but I have them with me just in case. Okay, so right now the feminine energy is embracing this new spiritual leadership role, and for a long time I could hear that I was meant to go public with it, and I suppressed it because I was fearful of judgment, and I was scared that I was scared of judgment, rejection. I was letting fear take over in a way, and I started hearing this call around October. So actually, I apologize. I started hearing this call back in July, because that's when I initially started this channel. And then I created my Facebook page, Kayla Divine Channel, to post daily messages and energy forecasts. And then I just stopped doing it because I was letting fear take over. So a lot of the reason why I'm putting these videos out is because I want to inspire people to get out there and share their insights, because there's a lot of times where maybe I feel like, am I delivering it the way that I should be, and then all these fears come up. But the thing is that we never know who we're going to inspire. It could be one little thing, and that could give someone the momentum to, the courage and the momentum to go forward with that. And we're all here to help each other and support each other. So last night I did a reading on myself because I was super triggered yesterday, and I was in this space where I thought that I had to be like a spiritual guru, like I had to be perfect, I had to be peaceful all the time, joyful all the time, happy all the time. And in doing that, I was suppressing my shadow self and didn't even realize it, because in all truth, we are integrating the dark and the light, learning how to embrace all aspects of ourself, not necessarily eliminating our shadows, but embracing those parts of ourself that we don't necessarily like, and understanding that we need to love every part of ourself. And that was hard for me to accept, because there was a lot of things that I didn't like about myself that I didn't want people to see, and I didn't want to share those parts because I felt ashamed, or I felt guilty, or I felt like those things are bad, and I was judging myself really hardcore, and I wasn't having any compassion for myself. And that was really, that was a hard illusion for me to work past. And it all comes down to the illusion of separation, because in all truth and all reality, we are love, plain and simple. Like, we are love. So like I was saying, I did a reading on myself because of all those triggers, and the Five of Cups came up twice. So I'm sorry, the five of Cups came out, and then the Five of Swords came out twice for what I was attracting into my external environment. So what I wrote was, I am attracting Five of Swords, and I pulled a clarifier card, and it was the Five of Swords again. How can I stop comparing myself to others? This is co-creating the illusion of not being good enough, which in return makes my twin feel like he isn't good enough, which is the opposite of what I want to do. So when I feel like I'm not giving enough, when I'm not receiving enough, when I'm just not good enough in general, then in return, my twin doesn't want to come and communicate with me because he feels like he isn't good enough. He feels like what he has to offer isn't good enough. And that's so far from the truth, it's not even funny. So when I realized that that's what I was doing yesterday, I wrote down this pattern that I saw in myself, and I replaced it with, I am enough. I am worthy. Just looking to see if I wrote down any more notes about that. But yeah, so when we release patterns like that, those spaces need to be filled with something else. So if whoever's watching this becomes aware of a pattern, if you're experiencing something like that, try to, when you notice it coming through and you choose to release it, because we have our own free will, reframe your thoughts with I am affirmations, like I said, such as I am enough. That's just me personally. It could be any pattern, but like I said, I'm directing this towards the 144,000 sacred hearts, because that's what I was guided to share about in regards to the twin flame dynamic, because the twin flames are here to change the relationship dynamic, quote unquote, because it isn't a relationship, and it's nothing like anything any of us have ever experienced in the past. So this is totally new for all of us. And I'm learning to have more compassion about myself, and I want to share with all of you to have compassion for yourself. I know for me, I get really hard on myself if I'm not doing enough. Like I said, if I feel like I'm not doing enough, which is a program, it is a thought form, it is not real, it is an illusion. So then I wrote down, let me see here, and then I wrote, how do I see my twin? I see him as intelligent, strong, caring, nurturing, loving, loyal, focused, persistent, motivated, hardworking. He's successful. Well, if I see him like that, then how come I have such a hard time seeing myself in that way? So when I say that I see him like that, but then I feel those things about myself, I'm projecting that energy to him. So we can say all of these things all we want, but if we're holding an energetic field of that lack, then that's what gets projected outwards, and that needs to be cleared. And I wrote, I have a program running in my head that's telling me I should be like that, or I should be like this. I need to change this or that and the other. It's the ego telling me that I'm not enough. I now choose to release all expectations of myself and others. So releasing those expectations. And that was another thing, is that I was telling myself, like, oh, I don't have any expectations, but actually I did have expectations, and those were programs that were running in my mind. I'd like to point out that today is a number 1 day, which is all about embracing something new. It's about going after that thing that you want and starting that new beginning. It's about, new friendships, new relationships, new jobs, new homes, new everything. So, and yesterday was a number 9 day, so that was all about completion of some cycle, and that was the cycle that I had completed. And now I'm beginning a new adventure today in regards to creating that new thought pattern in my mind, because I have 30 years of programming that I've accumulated since I've been on this earth. And it's not about adding more things to myself. It's about releasing all the things that I've been conditioned to believe, and then programming my belief system. So I just want all of you to ask yourself, how have your fears been manifesting in your twin flame partnership? How can we illuminate the illusion of separation? We need to connect to the one, knowing that we are all one, knowing that we are, we all have God consciousness within us, and that's our true that's our true soul essence. So every time that something comes up, such as that pattern that I was just talking about, that's my own personal situation, connect yourself to the one. I also would like to point out that we've had a huge Kundalini activation. So I've been doing Kundalini for about 2 weeks now. And before that, I was doing regular yoga, Yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. She's amazing. And then I've been doing the Kundalini yoga, and that's really taught me how to awaken my 10 bodies, and then to illuminate the radiant body. And that in return will keep me elevated, so much so to the point where lower vibrational energies, thought forms, patterns, fear-based control systems cannot come up here. So they can't. It's impossible for them to attach onto us if we're up here. So when we meditate, when we do yoga, when we connect our mind, body, and soul, and awaken all of our bodies, and then balance out those bodies, the energies down here in the 3D matrix, it can't come up and rise to you, because they reside down here, the parasites and all the energies that are looking to feed off your chi energy. So I encourage you all to meditate, to do yoga, to really, really look at the energy that you've been projecting, because think of it like this. Every single little thing in your external reality is a reflection of what is in your energy field. So, it's really interesting to look at it like that, because it's really easy to get caught up in denial and blame and, well, that's not me, that's them. And, I also want to point out that since I've been on my spiritual awakening process, I went through a period where I felt superior in a way, because I felt like, oh, well, you know, that person isn't spiritual like I am, so why should I invest my time and energy? Or, you know, I looked at certain people, which I don't even like to say because it is a little bit embarrassing in a way, and that's telling me that that is my ego. It was like um, a superiority shadow, you know, thinking that, you know, and actually now that I'm saying it, it was covering up that feeling, that program that I had, that I wasn't enough. Well, that superiority feeling, it like, it replaced and covered up, not replaced, it covered up that lack, that feeling of not being good enough. So to fill that, I would make myself feel superior in a way. And that was really, really hard to look at too. You know, it's always a little bit difficult. You have to step back and look at yourself as the observer, you know. Look at yourself as if it was someone else, you know, without judgment. Just be the observer. And then that's a life skill in itself, is to be able to do that, because then you don't have any attachments. And it makes it a lot easier to say, oh, okay, you know, that's why I've been attracting that energy, because Spirit's trying to tell me that I need to release that. You know, triggers are there so that we can release things. It's not there just to drive us crazy, you know. It's everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason. So, again, the 144,000 divine counterparts, twin flames, whatever you want to label it, please look at what you've been projecting out into the world, because as a whole, we need to eliminate this illusion of separation. We have to illuminate it so that we can continue to rise up the vibration of the planet. Mother Earth needs us. Gaia needs us. For so many years, you know, we've been polluting the earth and just taking advantage of this beautiful planet that we live on. And it's just time that we address that and really, truly treat Gaia the way that she deserves to be treated, with love, with compassion, with kindness, with forgiveness. And again, forgiveness is another major thing. Forgive yourself, forgive others. It will set you free. It always does. And don't just say, oh, I forgive so-and-so. It's like you really have to feel it. Relive the situation, go back to that situation, and change the energy so that that pattern from the past doesn't keep attracting things in the future. Okay, you want to go back into your timeline, and any traumatic situations, anything that you feel like you can't look at it, please go take a look at it. Whether that be with me, with a spiritual leader, a spiritual healer, anyone that you feel drawn to. You can do a guided meditation to go back in your timeline and heal all those traumatic events, so that from this point forward, you're creating new things. You're not pulling things from the past, because it's like a cycle. You know, you pull things from the past and it goes in the future. You pull things from the past and it goes in the future, and it continues to create that. We're trying to eliminate those things. Okay? We're trying to eliminate those things so that we can raise the consciousness of humanity and be in a love vibration. Okay? So I am going to pull one Kuan Yin Oracle card. Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And I encourage you all to go to No Fucks Given Crew Tarot if you're a twin flame and you want to see a reading. She's absolutely amazing. And then Twin Astrology. she has all the planetary alignments on there, and she really knows her stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I just pulled this card earlier for the reading. You can check it out for the Twin Flame daily reading. Okay, so I'm gonna read this to you guys. Just gotta get the book. Okay. Sorry, I have to get a tissue. Okie dokie. Tai Chi Rising, number 32. Okay. Your energy field is growing stronger, with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts, and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. Having a big energy field does not necessarily mean that you have a high level of consciousness, but when you do have an exquisite awareness and a beautiful light, it is able to shine more brightly through a larger energy field. Whatever you have within you, a larger energy field will reveal it with greater gusto. You have a special light within you, and the elegance, beauty, and refinement of that light wishes to express itself more potently in the world of forms, so that others may receive healing and refine their light too. And that's raising the consciousness I was just saying. You can help teach others about the power of gentleness, that force is not required, and that kindness can be the most healing and powerful balm of all. For this too, Ethan, for this to happen more so now, your energy field is growing. It is like having a bigger light glow through which to shine your light, so that it is more visible. As your energy field grows, your words and thoughts have more potency, like getting used to driving a car with a more powerful engine. Take your time and be careful as you realize the impact that your actions and thoughts will have in the world of forms now. And that's exactly what I was just saying. Like, take inventory on yourself, because you have so much more power than you realize. I mean, we have such a big impact on the world, so be cautious and aware of the energy that you're sending out and vibrating. We do this unconsciously or consciously. You do not need to worry about this. You can go into your heart and trust that you will exercise your will and potency in the world through surrendering into your heart now, where your own Kuan Yin nature will guide you into compassion and right action. Let your energy field continue to grow through chanting, meditation, energy work, and healing, and whatever else intuitively feels right for you. This oracle is confirmation that the growth is happening and needs to happen for you now, so that you are able to do your life's work more effectively. Now I'm going to read the healing exercise as well. So stand comfortably with your feet hip-width apart and your hands hanging relaxed at your side. Feel your feet connecting with the ground and gently rock on your heels and balls of your feet. You guys can pause this video and then continue listening to it as you do it, okay? Say aloud, I call upon the unconditional love, light, and power of the earth now for my greatest good. Slowly draw your hands up in front of your body, palms facing inward as you extend them above your head, straight to the sky. Imagine that you are pulling earth energy up from your feet and out through the top of your head. Now this is anchoring the light. We're beacons of light. We're here to anchor in heaven on earth. That is why we are here. Imagine slowly pulling the light of heaven down through your body as you draw your hands down in front of your body slowly, palms facing your body and slightly downwards. stopping at your navel. Rest your hands in front of your navel and close your eyes, being aware of the light traveling up through your body and out through the crown of your head and down from the heavens through your body and into the earth. Two flows of energy, earth and heaven, forming a column of bright, loving energy which surrounds you and extends below you in the earth and above you into the heavens. Breathe peacefully here in this column of light, and when you are ready, open your eyes. Through the mercy and compassion of Kuan Yin and my own free will, may my energy field grow to meet the needs of my soul light. May I be strong and merciful, powerful and wise in equal measure. May I be loving and potent with temperance and peaceful intention. Om Mani Padme Hum. And I love you all so much, and I'm here for you. If you want to schedule a healing session, or if you want to get a reading on your twin flame dynamic, if you just want to talk, please message me. I am here for everyone, and we're all here to support each other. So I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful Christmas. Namaste.